What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Designsmith. Today we're going to be continuing our Swiss Design Are You Afraid of the Dark poster series. And today's episode is The Tale of Jake and the Leprechaun. Before we get started, if you end up liking this video, please leave a like and subscribe. That really helps me with the growth of my channel and I appreciate it. Alright, so this episode I've always liked but not really loved that much, although it does get a little bit better every time I watch it. I think it's a very creative episode and it definitely does have some chilling moments. But you're here to see me make a poster, so let's move on with that. As with all of these, I'm going to start with pen and paper first. Alright, so I have a general idea of what I'm going to be doing here. I'd like to do something where we use some basic shapes to make up the shape of a pipe. And as we all know, I am not an artist at all, but I'm just going to kind of get an idea of some different shapes that make up a pipe. This is actually not going to be the layout that I'm going for. I'm just trying to make something that resembles a pipe and less of a ladle. This looks more like a ladle. You could also say that it looks kind of like a pirate patch, but we should be able to refine it a little bit more as we get into making the poster itself. And I kind of like the pipe being in this upper area right here, so I think that we will plan on having the episode information kind of set in a quadrant like this, similar to what we did with the Tale of the Twisted Claw. So let's just see how everything works out there. And maybe we'll experiment with the title up here. All right, so let's take this overall concept and see if we can make it look much better when we go into Illustrator. All right, so I'm going to copy over my artboard here so that way everything stays the same in terms of the text sizing. And just for now, we will change the text to black. We'll go ahead and get rid of this glowing ball right here that has nothing to do with Jake and the Leprechaun. And let's move these down here. And we already have our grid set up, so we're good there. And let's take a look at how we are going to make this pipe. Also, we need to make sure that it does follow Swiss design principles. So it needs to be made up of basic geometric shapes. And I'm going to use this pipe right here just for reference. And I think to give me a little bit more control, we are going to go ahead and create a subquadrant to fill out the rest of this poster. If you haven't seen the video of me creating subquadrants, go ahead and check that out above. All right, we'll align this here. We'll go ahead and get rid of this. Just in case we need to go into this area, we'll do the same thing here. And let's align this to that. And there we go. Everything is now very well spaced out. And I'm going to go ahead and create 3 right here. All right, so we should be good here. I should have plenty of guides to provide me with some space and guidance for creating this pipe. Okay, so one of the things that you want to get good at when it comes to graphic design is looking at different objects and seeing what shapes make up those objects. And you can totally do what I'm going to do here. I'm going to grab this and drop the opacity down to 50%, and we can just draw some basic geometric shapes above what we have right here. So this right here is a circle. Let's go ahead and fill it with white and we'll just lay it right here. You could always make this look as abstract as you'd like, and that's what I think I'm gonna do here. We're not gonna directly trace over this particular pipe. So right up here is another circle, and we'll expand this to go about right here. And you could distort it, and feel free to distort it, that's perfectly fine. I'm gonna swap the fill and the stroke right now just so I can get a good look at what's going on. And we'll adjust these handles right here. We can delete this one right here and this one here, and then we'll copy this one right here and just kind of manipulate it this way, and we'll pull this handle over here and then pull this way and then adjust this back right here. Again, this does not have to be perfect. And let's just go ahead and close this right here, and we'll close this up here as well. That way we can turn it into a solid object. And let's do a rectangle right here, and then hit A on our keyboards, and we can just go fully rounded like that. Okay, let's bring this all down here. We'll bring that up to full color, and I'm just gonna color drop on this just temporarily, and we'll just kind of play around with this a little bit. I want it to be a little bit more abstract, but still kind of somewhat obvious as to what it is. Let's go ahead and adjust this. I wanna make that a little bit bigger and just kind of even that out there. And we can also do that little gold strip, so let's do this. Let's rotate this to about here. Go over here to our Pathfinder tool, click on Divide, and that's going to send this to the front, but we can easily send that to the back. Let's just go ahead and delete this and that, and color drop on that gold. And then one more finishing touch. I think I will add the little hole, the little opening right here. I think it'll make it a little bit more obvious as to what it is. Okay, that's looking pretty cool. Let's go ahead and ungroup everything. I'd like to arrange things a little bit better here. I think we can just kind of pull this up a little bit. I wonder if we could just get rid of this darker brown right here Let's just kind of move this over here. There we go. I think that looks better. And just to kind of reinforce that it is a pipe, I think we'll just add some smoke in here. But before we do that, let's go ahead and make sure that everything is adhering to the grid. We've got plenty of grid here to work with. So I think I'm gonna kind of have it go a little bit off to the right side of the page. I'm gonna make sure that my guides are locked, and they are. We'll just kind of move this around to adhere to our grid system. All right, now we have that set up, and let's go ahead and add our smoke. And we'll use this one for reference. I think I like this one over here on the left side the best. So I'll just go ahead and trace over this. Here's a little quick tip right here. If you don't like the way that this pen tool is curving naturally, you can just click right here on this last endpoint and it'll reset it for you. So then you can just go here and just put it wherever you want. All right, that's looking good. Let's make sure that this is center with our opening, and it is, so we're good there. I think that we'll just kind of size this up to about right there. I'll go ahead and fill out all of the text here, and then after that we'll do our coloring. This one is episode 10, also directed by DJ McHale, and for some strange reason the internet is saying that both Sorcerer's Apprentice and Jake and the Leprechaun aired on the same day, so I don't know what's up with that. All right, let's go ahead and kern this. And I try to reiterate this every time in these videos, but if you want that classic Swiss design, then your kerning has to be nice and tight. And let's go take a look at some Swiss color palettes. All right, so we're looking for some greens, browns, things like that. And I think overall, this one is looking really cool. I think I like all of these. So let's go ahead and just select this whole thing, and we'll just bring that screenshot right here into Illustrator. And I actually like the idea of making the background like this beige brownish color. That's pretty cool. And we'll color drop this yellow right here. Actually, I don't think this is working out too well. Let's change that background to the green and see what happens. It's a little bit too bright for me. I think I'm gonna go find a darker green. All right, not a lot of options in there for a darker green, but just like I said in this video above right here, you can easily go in and darken the shades of the ones that you're finding. So feel free to do that if you run into a situation like this. And then we'll brighten up this text here. Yeah, that's looking much better. And then for the pipe, I want to try to find something that's a little bit darker, but can still contrast against this background. Okay, that's cool. I like that. And then we'll color drop this here. I think that works better. Yeah, there we go. This pipe is sitting a little bit too high for me, so let's go ahead and move it down to the next set of guidelines here. Okay, that is looking really cool. All right, I think I'm happy with this. So here is our Jake and the Leprechaun Swiss design poster for Are You Afraid of the Dark? I hope this video was valuable to you. I hope I taught you something in Illustrator today. Please remember to hit like and subscribe. That really helps me with the growth of my channel, and I appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.